The whole way in which pop-ups, activations and events are produced is changing. When you're going from creative to design, you need to make sure you're not bringing a knife to a gunfight. That is, you're not creating a concept that's based on guesses, assumptions, and the hope that it's magically going to fit into the budget. To avoid this, I use designers that understand the intricacies of the fabrication process. Let's call them technical creatives. We want to start our design process from a place that gives us a really good foundation to achieve amazing results. This is where the design is reverse engineered to get the timeline and budget aligned from day one. While most people like to smell the roses, I like to get shit done. And that's why I find it so important to get every project started with a list of solutions instead of a list of problems. There are so many amazing marketing managers and producers in our industry, all working their tails off, but often finding themselves in situations that are way harder than they need to be. So I'm always on the hunt to find a better way to help them deliver these types of projects and still deliver a huge impact. So imagine cutting through all the chaos with a simple, effective change. Sounds good, right? Let me show you how I do it. A few years back, we had a client in this exact situation. They had spent weeks on their design only to find out that it was unaffordable. This put them back to square one, revising designs, seeking approvals again, and hoping that their new design was going to fit within the budget. The stress levels were through the roof, the deadline was looming, and everyone was beginning to lose faith. Don't worry, we got this one over the line, but this pushed us to find a much better way. This process doesn't need to be so painful and inefficient. So you might be thinking, Terry, my design team are great. How do I know that a technical creative is going to be able to produce something just... Here's the deal. Your current creatives, and for the sake of this example, let's call them concept creatives, currently doing a great job. In fact, I'd encourage you to keep them involved in this process. But let's play to their strengths and take away their weaknesses. Think about this like making a cake. A really fancy cake. The best way is to get the baker to make the cake and the cake decorator to make this thing look mouth-watering. It would be a complete waste of time to get the cake decorator to mix the flour, the eggs, the milk and the sugar and then sit and watch this cake rise in the oven. Their superpower is to apply the icing and sprinkles to make this thing of beauty. And that is the recipe to success. I hope something I said today could make your life a little easier. I've mapped this framework out for you in a document called Combining Concept and Technical Creatives, the recipe to a perfect design process. I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out and potentially implement it into your next project. In the meantime, keep the awesome ideas coming, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.